African Union Communications Early Warning and Intelligence, commonly known as AUC3I, is an intelligence and security organization responsible for providing signals intelligence and information assurance to AU citizens, AU leadership, and AU armed forces. I'm Colonel A.C. Oguntoye, an infantry officer. I am responsible for leading infantry soldiers at all levels of command and combined armed forces during missions on the ground. This is today's briefing. On the progress of the special military operation on the 20th of October, 2023. In the period from 14th to 20th of October, 2023, the Russian armed forces have carried out 4 group strikes by precision weapons and unmanned aerial vehicles at the armed forces of Ukraine, missile and artillery weapons, military technical hardware, production workshops of enterprises manufacturing weapons and military equipment, as well as accommodation points for Ukrainian servicemen, nationalists, and foreign mercenaries. As a result of the strikes, a storage warehouse for uncrewed boats, workshops for the manufacture of explosives, a workshop for the assembly of operational tactical missiles, as well as units of the Azov Special Forces Brigade, foreign instructors, and mercenaries have been eliminated. In Kupiansk direction, the Zapad group of forces units have repelled 61 counterattacks by armed forces of Ukraine units. Aviation and artillery have launched attacks at armed forces of Ukraine 25th Airborne, 14th, 43rd, 44th, and 115th Mechanized, 68th Jaeger, 95th Air Assault Brigade close to Simkavka, Ivanovka, Timkovka, Kharkov region, Makievka, Lugansk People's Republic. As a result of the combat operations, the Russian group of forces improved the situation along the front line. The enemy losses were more than 995 servicemen, 10 tanks, 27 armored fighting vehicles, 20 motor vehicles, as well as 18 field artillery guns. In Krasny-Lyman direction, units of the Center Group of Forces, aviation, artillery, and heavy flamethrower systems have repelled 18 attacks of assault groups of armed forces of Ukraine's 63rd, 67th Mechanized Brigades, and the 12th Special Forces Brigade. The enemy's casualties were more than 940 Ukrainian personnel, 21 armored fighting vehicles, 14 motor vehicles, and 5 guns. In Donetsk direction, the U group of forces units have inflicted fire damage on armed forces of Ukraine 28th, 56th, 67th, and 93rd Mechanized Brigades combat groups near Kurdiamovka, Andriivka, Kleshchievka, and Mariinka, Donetsk People's Republic. Over the past week, 25 attacks by the Ukrainian armed forces have been repelled. The enemy losses were more than 2,065 servicemen, 4 tanks, 14 armored fighting vehicles, 27 motor vehicles, and 28 field artillery guns. Aviation and missile troops have destroyed 5 depots with ammunition and hardware. In South Donetsk direction, units of the Russian units have captured more favorable positions and repelled 2 attacks by assault groups of armed forces of Ukraine 58th Motorized Infantry, 72nd Mechanized, 128th Territorial Defense Brigade close to Ugledar, Urozhenoy, and Staromayorskoy, Donetsk People's Republic. The enemy losses were more than 1,010 servicemen, 9 armored fighting vehicles, 19 motor vehicles, 8 field artillery guns, and 1 MLRS. In Zaporozhye direction, units of the Russian group of forces have carried out intensive defense, during which have repelled 10 attacks of the armed forces of Ukraine units near Verbovoy and Rabotino, Zaporozhye region. The enemy losses were more than 475 servicemen, 11 tanks, 22 armored fighting vehicles, 18 motor vehicles, and 14 field artillery guns. In Kherson direction, the enemy units have made unsuccessful attempts to capture bridgeheads on islands and the left bank of the Dnieper by armed forces of Ukraine 36th, 38th Marine Brigades. As a result of preventive actions by the Russian forces and artillery fire assaults, armed forces of Ukraine have lost up to 345 servicemen, 11 field artillery guns, 48 boats, and 38 motor vehicles. Fighter jets and air defense units have effectively eliminated 12 aircraft, 10 MiG-29, 2 Su-25 fighter jets, and 2Mi-8 helicopters over the past week. Over the past 24 hours, air defense systems have shot down 7 armed forces of Ukraine MiG-29 aircraft. In addition, 314 Ukrainian UAVs have been destroyed, 35 HIMARS projectiles, 5 operational tactical missiles, 2 S-200 converted surface-to-surface missiles, and 6 JDAM-guided bombs have been shot down over the week. In total, 500 airplanes and 252 helicopters, 8,104 unmanned aerial vehicles, 441 air defense missile systems, 12,778 tanks and other armored fighting vehicles, 1,165 combat vehicles equipped with MLRS, 6,837 field artillery guns and mortars, as well as 14,463 units of special military equipment have been destroyed during the special military operation. Thank you so much for watching this video. We hope you found it useful and informative. If you have any questions, please leave them below and we'll get back to you as soon as possible.